Hi you guys, I am in the middle of putting vinyl across my washing machine. This is actually being filmed for my daughter because I just did 2 wall pieces for her. And when I did the washing machine, I actually cleaned it with rubbing alcohol to get fingerprints and dust and dirt away. The wall, I would just wash it and let it dry with mild soap and water and a washcloth. I put these, lined these up earlier with a tape measure, and I know you have one of these, sweetheart, because I dropped one off for you. And then I put little tape markings at the bottom, which were center. And then when I put these down, I measured, I picked letters that were exactly the same, and I measured the distance from the top to the bottom of the letter, and then taped them on pretty secure. Now, I have dollar store transfer tape, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up. I'm actually going to go slightly above and press it down on the washing machine. So I'm totally off the paper right now. And then I'm going to lay this down, and I think it's big enough for me to do, yeah, it's big enough for me to do 2 rows at a time. I wouldn't recommend it if it was any bigger than this, but this guy is, these are pretty tiny. I'm going to take a credit card, and I'm just going to start rubbing the credit card or the scraper, and work carefully not to press so hard that I'm gouging, because everybody tells you to press hard, but then you kind of gouge the letters. So I'm pressing so I don't gouge the letters, but I'm getting a good contact. Now I'm going to peel it up, and I have to coax, because this is the old-fashioned paper backing, so I kind of have to coax it up. And take the tape off while I go. And try not to put my fingerprints all over the washing machine. Right there. I have a little piece of dirt right there. Bad dirt. No dirt allowed on the washing machine. Okay. So my washing machine is literally in the middle of my hall. I live in a 698 square foot home. I personally don't recommend it. It's just really hard to be organized for anything. So on Facebook, Thumper Lane Homestead, I will be posting the finished product of how I use my laundry room as a workspace. Because I really don't have a workspace in the office, and the office is just on the other side of the door over there. So I'll post a picture of how I actually use it as a workspace. But for now, I have the, remember, I taped a little bit above here. I'm pulling it all the way up. I'm going to take this piece and gently start peeling it, making sure that all of the sticker stays on the contact paper. And I like kind of peeling it straight back and holding it and just walking it off with my fingers. That seems to work the best for me. My dog is snoring. I so hope you can't hear that. And then I'm just going to lay it down and take this and very gently work it out. And I'm just going to put even pressure. Oh, I have my hair stuck in there. It's not under the tape, so I can still get it. And then I'm going to pull this one back up and walk the tape, the backing off, making sure that it all sticks and not going fast enough that I can't reverse it. Because you don't want to, these letters that I chose for this font, it's a cursive, and oh my gosh, they are tiny. And there is one section I forgot to weld, but I'm the only one that knows that, so it's all good, right? And I'm pulling it up. Because it's so stuck up here, I can literally pull this taut and lay it down. And then press, and then burnish. You can hear when you get a bubble, because it kind of snaps. There we go. Now we're going to take the contact paper and we're going to just walk it off just like we did the paper. And you can see that, right? Take these little marks. For Kristen, what I had you do to match it up is I put registration, those stars are actually registration marks so that you can match up the two the pieces. So you'll have a star, like a star here and then another star, and you lay those stars on top of each other. And then just take the stars off the wall when you are done. Okay, I'm going to do this, lay it just above, press it to the washing machine. Oh, that hair is actually stuck on my contact paper. That's okay. That's what you get when you live in a family with long hair. Every one of our children had long hair. My husband is used to it. So I have to be careful with this right here because the Y is outside of the contact paper, which means I'm just not going to rub it as much. I literally, if I wanted to, I could take a little square of this contact paper and I could put it over on top, overlapping the contact paper, and it will make literally an adhesive and make your contact paper longer. So if you're doing really long things, and I've done really long signs and my contact paper hasn't extended as far as the sign, you just overlap a couple inches with another sheet of contact paper and it fixes it. That's what I use with leftover contact paper. Oh, go from the bottom. Here. So I'm going to pull up. I used a lot of tape to put these down because they wouldn't stick down. The P and the H kind of overlap. They won't when I'm done, but just so you can see for now. Okay, now we've got that up. We're going to push it up. We're going to remove this guy. And I have enough room here that I can pull it up. The contact paper is amazing because it's not as sticky as the other Cricut paper. Cricut has amazing transfer tape, and I mean, I totally use it. I actually use it on a lot of things, but I don't use it when I'm doing wall type stuff. It's just a little bit too sticky, and I don't use it when I'm doing cards. When I'm doing cards, I actually use the dollar store contact paper. So I've got it, I'm pulling it taut, and then I'm pushing it down, and then I'm working from the inside out. I'm just doing really light right now, making sure if I needed to, I could come back. Now I'm going to burnish it a little bit more. I'm going to pull this guy up. I accidentally cut the top of the eye didn't stick. See what I mean? You just have to go slow and back it up. Hope you could see that. You probably couldn't see that. I shall be awkward so you can see. Whoop, see, that's not coming up right there. So I'm backing it down, pushing it down. That one's not coming. Watch, this will be the one. That one's not coming. There we go. It just takes patience. Usually I listen to a book on tape. I'm listening to Jen Hatmaker right now. Oh, took tape off, which I wanted to. I just finished Candace Cameron Burrows' book, the one where she was dancing with the stars. I listen to a lot of books on tape, on audio, and that book was actually really amazing. Her whole walk with God and what led her to do that. And then I'm working it gently. And then you just go back through, and you don't want to go so hard that you're gouging the letters through the contact paper, but you do want a good stick. And then that. And then you just pull it up. Really doesn't matter how you pull it up, but you want to go slow enough. I'm watching this line where the contact paper is and the sticking is. I'm just watching to make sure that the actual letters are staying down and that none of them are pulling up. Don't go in there, that's dirty. And if you see something that needs to be pushed down, push it down. We are on the last little... I'm actually going to tape this down. Okay, guess what? I'm going to call it done. Mainly because we all need something that when we walk down the hall we look at and say, you are not straight. You are so not straight, right? That will just be my one. I will know that I did not use... Okay. It did not play fair. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So this is my last piece of transfer tape. I've got it stuck up at the top. I have it down here, and I have a whole bunch of extra right here. But I don't have enough space there. So I'm actually going to take a section of the tape off and I'm going to piece it together like I told you, so you get to see it. See, somebody knew you needed to see what I was talking about. So I have this piece that I took from this end, and I'm just going to overlap it right there. And then this piece I'm going to overlap on all of them right there. And I'm going to be careful when I burnish that area because it's got two seams. Oops, I said I would be careful. I was just joking. Now, because I overlap these on top, I can use this main piece to pull up, and it will hold everything in place. So, taking my tape off without getting fingerprints everywhere. Because your fingerprints have oil on them. You don't really want to transfer the oil from your fingerprints on your metal surface. Now, pulling it up above the line, and I'm going to peel this guy off first. I missed the eye again. Go back, push it on, and just walk it back. Some pieces just need a little bit of extra love. It's okay, we got it. This is not rocket science. If it was, I would not be doing a YouTube video. My dog has stopped snoring. It's just something you don't want to do in a hurry. Which is why I waited till now. There you go. Woo! I am going to go ahead and undo the Colossians while I'm here. Get down there, little eye. I actually used, this is, like I said, the old vinyl. And I don't necessarily like how it peeled either. Cricut has the new permanent and temporary vinyl. I actually really like how that stuff peels. It's amazing. I also like the colors because they're pretty. Okay. I kind of accidentally dropped that one, so we always need to see someone mess up. Because what would a good YouTube video be if somebody didn't mess up? So I'm going to do the section that went down, and then I'm going to work my way praise God. So we'll peel it from this end. I mean, I'll bring you over so you can see the letters. They're really tiny, thin vinyl in the connecting them. I mean, it's and this is my last time using this paper, so I'm just gonna crumple it up. Remove this registration mark, and I'll bring you in so you can see it. Okay, Chris, or anybody else watching. So this is what we were dealing with. See if we can get you settled. The little tiny letters in between. These little tiny pieces of vinyl that were in between them. But we got it all on, and it looks pretty cool. So if you want to see the actual final product, you'll have to go over to either my Instagram page, which is the Betancourts, or go over to Facebook, which is the Betancourts Homestead, and you can look up and see the actual final reveal of the laundry room, and that'll probably be in a couple days. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.